Hello, welcome back to Tales of Berseria, the Let's Play Blind with Rambler. Right then, before we do carry on with this video, I'm going to use it to, in terms of the introduction of this video, to sort of update you on what's going on my end in terms of the channel and just personal things and stuff like that. Not for very long, and then we'll crack on. So yeah, personal things going on my channel at the moment is just, I'm very busy. I've started a new job. Outside of what I used to do, and I've got sort of like another job on the side that I do as well to sort of make ends meet. It's only transitional, it's only temporary for the short term while I sort of restructure my life and decide where I want to go from where I am at the moment. But yeah, it's alright, but obviously at the moment the hours for it are quite high at the moment, so and I've got a lot of personal things happening on my end too. That's all flared up and come up that I've had to deal with. Nothing major, but it's just a lot of it, and yeah, we've just been working through that. So really sorry for the lack of videos in between days recently, but yeah, it's just work and family stuff, that's all. But yeah, it should over the next couple of weeks begin to level out a bit. And we'll take it from there. The other thing I wanted to update on was the fact that today, at the time of this recording, the EU, while the UK is still a member of it and may stay a member of it, which I really hope that doesn't happen, because if it does, I will never vote for any government in my country ever again and believe democracy is a sham. But that's just my opinion, of course. Have decided to also go ahead with implementing the new copyright laws on the interwebs, including specifically Articles 11 and 13. That means that if you're going to reference news or facts or anything like that, and you put a link in your reference, be it a blog or a YouTube video or something like that, you have to pay a tax on that, or a charge to that particular news source. Don't know why, but I guess it's to make sure that the traditional news outlets still get money and stay in power, despite the fact that they're a load of shit. But hey ho, it is what it is. So there's that, and of course, internet companies that provide a service such as YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, all that stuff, that allow people to make user-generated content, will now have to manually start filtering out videos, taking stuff down that may or may not breach copyright in terms of the work that they use in their user-generated content. That includes Let's Plays, that includes walkthroughs, that includes any sort of thing to do with gaming, or movies, or music, and all that stuff. And it's going to be really, really shit. But it's happening because the EU knows best, because the EU is such a wonderful idea that everybody wants to be a part of, because it really looks out for the little people. It really makes sure that all of us are looked after and given all our rights, and not the few and the rich and the powerful. No, it doesn't do that. It looks after everybody fairly. Yeah, fucking right. And yeah, I understand the logic behind it, that artists who do make games or make music or movies should have their works protected, and they shouldn't have to lose potential revenue through user-generated content that may borrow it or publish it online, like for example YouTube channels that literally upload a whole movie for free, and therefore somebody could watch that movie and not pay for it. Yeah, I get all that. Or upload music that doesn't belong to them, get it for free, or even make ad revenue from it, which doesn't go to the actual artists or producers or makers in question. Yeah, I get that. That does need protecting. I 100% comply with that sort of thinking, and I think all creators should have their works protected. Get that. But to take everything down and therefore in a way potentially damage the internet as it is, and literally stifle user-generated content. Yes, of course, we get rid of the piracy. That's a good thing. But also it has a side effect of doing that is really shit, and it basically just implements what we've always had in the last couple of decades or so, which has been really shit in my opinion, like really crap music, crap movies, very politically charged stuff that is just a load of wank in my opinion. I mean, obviously if you agree with it, fair enough, that's fine, but for me I don't. We'll find it harder to find alternative forms of media where you don't have somebody talking politics, or you don't have somebody following the norm or following the herd. They do something a bit different, or they're a bit eccentric or a bit weird, or have a different take on the same things that the mainstream has, because they may have valid points or just look at it differently, and it's amusing, entertaining, informative, or full of ideas or knowledge that people might go, actually they've got a point, this we are ignoring this, why aren't we addressing this? And they may be able to analyse things and spot things that are going on that you're blind to if you're if you're following the main herd, not because you're dumb or anything, but because you just don't see it. It's shielded from you, you know? In other words, multiple perspectives on the same thing, or multiple takes on some content, that's all going to go, and that's just horrible. And again, thank you, EU. You really do look out for us and promote all free thinking, diversity, all that stuff. Yeah, of course you do. Yeah, you're so fantastic. To be fair, though, having said that, the UK isn't any better. In fact, it's probably a lot worse, to be fair. So as much as I'm bashing the EU here on a political thing, the UK is just as shit. And with this Brexit thing going on, oh my god, I am so ashamed of my country in terms of the politics, not the people. I totally get the loyal Remainers and the loyal Leavers, or the Remainers who don't want to go and try to do everything they can to disrupt it, and the Leavers who just want to get on with it, or just people in general just want to get on with it so they can have all this uncertainty gone. That I understand, I get that, I don't hate them for that, I just hate our political system that just can't make a decision. They're fucking awful. Oh god. So yeah, the UK, don't worry, the UK is shit. I'm not tooting them as better. They're not. We are a bunch of second-raters. That's me included, by the way. But you know, at least we're trying to potentially carve our own path. And as Boris Johnson once said, we will fuck up in our own special way. And I think that's how Britain should go, really, because yeah, it is a shit country, so why can't we fuck it up in our own way? Why do we have to let the EU fuck it up for us? Fuck them! I want to fuck up my own country my own way, god damn it! And I think everybody else who belongs to their own country and lives in their own country and is patriotic to their own countries, whatever they are, should have that right too, you know? It's not like we're going to do any better or any worse. Might even do better. We might even do worse, of course, but still. Point being is yeah, it's just shitty. But what was all that tangenizing going? I said I wasn't going to be too long on this, and I've ended up being long. What I'll do is I'll edit the video to say if you want to skip my ramblings, go to this point here, and then you can skip to it and get to the actual update. The actual update is that despite my work and my family life being a little bit busy at the moment, and the EU laws being passed through, I'm going to carry on with the channel as I'm doing now, and we'll just have to wait and see what happens with the EU copyright stuff. If my videos start getting taken down, there is absolutely nothing I can do. I don't actually save or keep any of my videos on a backup. I just don't have the hard drive space or the equipment or funds to get hard drives to do that, and at this stage in the game it's going to take too long to try and save all these videos. So if videos start getting taken down, they're gone. There's nothing I can do about that. They're completely lost. I mean, I could get a hard drive and start using YTD Pro to start downloading them and backing them up, but it's not going to happen. But that doesn't necessarily mean it'll be the end of the channel. It might just mean that we just have to change direction a little bit. So we'll see how it goes. But for now, I'm going to carry on as normal, and then we'll just have to cross these bridges as they come, and just hope that a worst case scenario doesn't happen. Okay, sounds good. All right then. In which case, then let's carry on playing this game, because I actually really hope that we do get a chance to finish it. So right, anyway, with all that said and done, and those of you who stayed for the whole thing, well done. By all means, if you want to kill me, I'll have to let you try and find out where I live. I'm sure it's not that difficult. Go ahead, just make sure you make it quick, and don't hurt any of my family or anything. Just go for me, you know. I'm the asshole. Fine, that's fine. But those of you who just skipped that bit, then yeah, just ignore the political rambling I did before. Obviously, you can go back and check it if you want, but I thoroughly recommend you don't, just for your own sanity. Yeah, we need to do stuff. So, right, we did sleep at the pub. I can't remember where we actually have to specifically go now. We've got an expedition to sort out first. Let's not do that. That's my Xbox 360 D-pad causing problems. I need to go to the expedition and see what we found. We lost on everything. Whatever's. Doesn't matter. Let's keep looking at the islands that we're exploring there. Now, yeah, I need the map button. What's the map button? Map button. Oh, visit Tabitha at the Tavern in Logresse. Ah, right. Okay, yeah, I remember that now. I've got to remember that button. That button's very, very useful. I never do. Oh, I said we were going to speak to all these people, weren't we? I'll speak to this person at the very least. The Abbey let me have a look at the Empyrean's throne. It's enormous and the stairways are endless. Some demons snuck inside too, but the Shepherd and the Empyrean soon made short work of them. Yeah, did they? I can't remember. Right, there's a chest over here that I think we opened before. Can we get whatever's in it now? We can! A twin charm, which actually I don't think we got from last time. Maybe that's due, I don't know. Talisman for the birth and safety of twins. I have a feeling we've had that before. I'm not sure. Where are we? Calcite, Talisman, you mastered that, mastered that, mastered that. Yeah, you've mastered those anyway. So, yeah, whatever, doesn't matter. Let's just go to the thing. Oh, there's a soldier there to speak to. But hey ho. Actually, I need to, yeah, we are going the right way, aren't we? Because there's now a cutscene. So that's the button for the maps. Right, okay. Yeah, Logress, so we've got to go that way. That's fine. Cool, okay. We know where to go.
The Bloodwing butterflies operate in the Empire's shadows. Not even the Abbey knows their full scope beyond whispers and rumor. And you all have a connection to them, don't you?
Dark and interconnected is the underworld. We've heard voices in the shadows, glimpsed faces behind paper-thin masks.
The attack on High Priest Gideon. Was that at their behest?
Yeah, the Bloodwings asked us to take him out.
We did it in exchange for information that could lead us to Artorias.
Information? You would assassinate a man for mere information?
Yes, information on the shepherd who rules the world. Not a bad deal if you ask me.
We just work with them when our interests align. Nothing more.
That's the kind of thin justification I'd expect to hear from them, too.
But the Bloodwings were acting upon knowledge that the High Priest was harming the people of the city.
You're right. The incident with the nectar was the Church's failing. And it seems that the Bloodwing Butterfly Network goes further and deeper than we had thought.
They knew about the barrier at the throne, too.
And Velvet's expertise at dove mimicry.
Would you stop bringing that up?
Dove mimicry? What does that mean?
I have no idea.
There was a dove near the dock checkpoint. That's all.
Huh?
Right! It was a black, full-chested dove, wasn't it? Cuckoo!
A black, full-chested dove? Is that some sort of underworld code word?
No. No, is my answer to that one. Right, okay, I actually wasn't quite following that. I apologise, but I'm sure more will be explained later. Yeah, I know the nectar stuff was important, and apparently there's a network that's big, and
Here we are, back in Logris. It was a lot tougher to get in the first time.
More funny than tough, if you ask me.
Oh, you mean Velvet's little dove act?
Oh, yeah, that, I remember now. Yeah, they
I'd
had to
be
do the
careful
thing, didn't they? They had to
teasing
pretend they
her if I
were
were you.
Maggie Lou's
You
magical
know how she
menagerie or
can
something.
Oh, don't act like you didn't enjoy it too. I'm sure you did, right? Good little boys don't lie to adults, you know.
I might have. Just a little.
Say it like a dove.
It was funny. Coo, coo.
Oh, God, this poor kid. Oh, God, there's more? Oh, bloody hell.
Is Inominat's book so difficult? Grimoire seemed perplexed by it.
Yeah, she said it was written in ancient Avarost, a language that uses Impressionist script.
I've never heard of Impressionist script.
Each character can have many different meanings and readings, depending on the emotion it's expressing and the way it relates to the characters around it. Some modest records on its grammar and structure survive, but none that say how to read the emotion the characters express. Grimoire said that you have to recreate the writer's feelings as a sort of starting point in order to read it.
I see.
Do they not have
And you have a
emojis? Are we
talent
talking
for
about
that sort of
emojis here?
thing?
I guess I do.
But a script based on emotions? That's as far removed from modern language as can be.
No,
Yeah,
trust me,
it's
emojis.
completely unrelated,
Yeah,
apparently.
no,
How could
no,
it be
you're far
completely
really wrong,
unrelated?
Elaine.
After the
Eleanor,
temperance
whatever
of
your name is,
Avarost,
you were so
the
wrong.
entirety of human
Unfortunately.
civilization vanished. The language went with it.
Much as a blooming flower loses its petals, the Avarost civilization grew too far and came to its final end. The surviving buildings and ancient tools, the likes of which our technology cannot replicate, were the beginning of that end.
Why can't you
In any
replicate that
case,
stuff?
It sounds
it 'cause
like
you don't have enough-
deciphering that writing will take quite a while.
Why can't you replicate old technology? Surely you just look at it, take it apart, look at the components, put it back together, go, oh, that's how it works, and then copy it. I'm not sure why you can't. I don't know why you can't copy it. Am I just being thick? Maybe I am. Are these enemies new? I got a feeling they're new. Let's have a look.
Don't get careless.
I can't remember. Yeah, they are new because they definitely don't look familiar. But it's been a while. But they're definitely, yeah, they are stronger. Okay, that's fine. Well, at least the enemies are stronger to reflect our progress. I like that. I think they are anyway. It's difficult to say. Yeah, he jumped up very high. Oh, he's using a cool Mr. Cart. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Cool. Yeah, I think they some of them look familiar, but I think that gorilla thing there is definitely new. I think when they're just doggies here, like wolfy doggy things. I know you can't answer me directly through a video, but I'm going to go with yes is the answer. Let's have a look at the experience that we get.
Stop fooling.
Oh yeah, we get lots of experience there.
But I'm serious about my fooling around.
Cool, great bonus one. Right, we'll fight a couple of enemies then. Yeah, well if that's bad actually. I'd rather not for a dangerous encounter, but never mind. We'll manage it. But yeah, so aside from the update that I gave earlier, another thing to talk about actually is well, we talked about it a little bit last video, but it was I didn't quite get the name right. I actually still can't remember what the name is, but I was speaking to Dark Lord Kaiser over the interwebs, as you do. By the way, check out his channel. Links in the description below. It's very good. He's very funny. Funnier than me, nicer than me, wittier than me. All basically the things that I'd love to be on my channel, he actually is. And he plays some good games as well. Check him out. We would talk about, well, he mentioned the Google thing, the latest Google thing that they're going to do, this cloud streaming game service. I think it's called Stadia or something like that, or Stadia, something like that. And I think I talked about it last time in the last video within this LP, of course. And you know, he just asked me what my thoughts were on it and where do you think it's going to go for gaming. Again, we had this before, because I wonder if any of you remember the OnLive service that came out at least, it's got to be coming up 10 years ago, maybe even 12 years ago. The OnLive service, which was basically the first time any company had decided to try and stream video games, whereby you as a consumer would subscribe to the service and all the latest video game releases, rather than you buying a copy digitally or physically, you would stream it from their servers and you'd play the game, you know, and you just paid a subscription fee or something like that. Or at least you bought a subscription fee for the individual games or something like that. Yeah, OnLive did it 10 years ago and it was very interesting and probably way ahead of its time. But they tried it and everybody thought, oh shit, that's interesting, and it failed miserably, simply because to stream the games were just difficult. The internet connections were rubbish, and when it was good, the servers just weren't handling the data properly or couldn't handle the demands that people had for the service. And yeah, it just ultimately died a quiet death, or people just didn't really engage in it because they didn't quite fully understand it. And it died, but people were thinking, oh, it'll be back in some form or another. And sure enough, I think somebody bought it out. I don't know which major publisher or developer, or you know, whether it was Sony or Microsoft bought OnLive. Somebody did, but I think it still ended, ultimately closed down, and that was that. But basically, what Google's Stadia is just OnLive 2.0, so to speak. So they're trying it again. And people are thinking that Google might have a bit of an edge on this, because Google obviously specialises in cloud devices and internet stuff, as we all know, with YouTube and all kinds of other bits and bobs. So, they've decided that they're going to bring out this service that is available on computers and other devices, mobile phones I think can do it as well. And they're sort of selling a controller to go with it. It's not mandatory, I don't think, but the controller just looks like any old Xbox 360 derivative controller type thing, or Xbox One controller derivative, with a bit of a PS4 controller flavour to it, I suppose. Yeah, and people, and Dark Lord Kaiser just said, what do you think is going to happen to it? And I basically said, well, it depends on how accessible it is. If Google have managed to sort out lagging issues, connection issues, whereby, you know, people's internet connections now are generally faster than they were 10 years ago and generally more stable, but that's not saying much. You know, our internet connections in the UK are so borked and they're not very good, and it's all mixed and all over the place, you know. There's no like universal countrywide internet speed. It depends on the service you have, how much you pay, what the quality of the connection lines are in your area, how many people are on it at one time, or how many people are on it in general. There's a lot of factors, and I think that's the same anywhere around the world. So internet connection speeds and accessibility is still not universal. It never will be. It'll always be, you know, like a class system type thing, you know, and that's, again, the same for the rest of the world. It depends how Google have got it to work. If they can make it so that the service works on very low internet connection speeds, and that it doesn't require huge processing powers on your end, which it shouldn't do. You're just streaming it, so the only processing and graphics power you need is probably the same you would have for a streaming service like Netflix and YouTube, all that sort of stuff. then and Spotify and all that, then yeah, you know, it should be accessible to all in terms of you don't need a high-powered gaming device to do it, and it'll be a subscription service like Netflix and stuff. But it'll all come down to connectivity, stability, and lag. Lag being the key one, because you might be able to get an internet connection and stream games, no problem. But then, depending on the server, depending on your connection issues, or whether there's any interference, you're going to get tremendous lag. And that's the biggest issue with streaming games currently, you know, until internet connection speeds are better or they can eliminate it. And maybe Google have. Maybe Google have found a way to do it. Or at least somehow reduce it to a tolerable level. Who knows? But it'll come down to that, basically. And then, of course, you know, it's a subscription service. So if developers and publishers are going to put their games on this Google Stadia service, how are they going to get profit from it? You know, I mean, obviously, like Netflix... and other video streaming sites, I can only think of Netflix, Prime Video and all that. Nowadays, they're making their own content. They still have content of, you know, movies and TV programs, but I guess they pay like a licensing fee or a royalty fee for that, and they can probably pay for that through the subscription service. But they still produce their own content, so they don't have to rely on the fact that our service is purely just hosting other movies or TV programs or music, etc. Because then, you know, profit-wise, it's going to eat into it. But by having original content, exclusive content, you draw people to it. So Google Stadia is going to have exclusive content on it to draw people to it, which, like Epic Games Store's doing at the moment, they're just buying games, aren't they? Or buying timed exclusivity, which I think is really lame and lazy and boring and crap, and I don't buy into it. You know, if a game's going to... I use Steam. I like Steam. Lots of people like Steam, despite the fact that it has a lot of shady stuff on it. Because it's been around for a long time, it has the majority of people's libraries on it, and it has lots of features. Steam isn't just a game hosting service, it has lots of innovative features on it that make it more than that. It makes it a platform. The problem is with Stadia is it's going to have to do all that Steam does, and offer exclusive content, which Steam doesn't really do, because Valve, who run Steam, don't really make exclusive games anymore. No, they've never needed to, really. They've made so much money from, you know, hosting Steam for all these years. But maybe Steam will have to do that soon. Maybe they might have to bring out a Half-Life 3 or a new IP at the very least to get people to stay on. Google's going to have to do that, even if it's on a very limited basis, or just buying timed exclusives. They're going to have to compete with their Epic Games Store. They're going to have to offer generous amounts of money to these developers and publishers to host their games on there, which means profitability is going to be an interesting matter, which is what I said. I thought, how are they going to make a profit from it? Because Google still don't make a profit from YouTube at all, and with these new EU copyright laws, it's going to be even harder for them to make a profit. And the rumours are that they're going to cut down, at least YouTube anyway, on original content. You know, YouTube has that Prime original content. That's all going to be cut down, so they're not even going to be hosting stuff anymore of their own things. They're not going to be hosting exclusive content so much. They're just going to go back to what they do. So, yeah, it's weird. Maybe YouTube will disappear. Who knows? Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I have to say, I'm not enthralled by it or bothered by it. I'm not annoyed by it or worried about it. I'm just sort of thinking, well, it's inevitable that eventually gaming will. Like we all said, it's inevitable that games are all going to be download only. Well, that's still not the case, but you know, you can still buy physical copies of games, but you still have to install them on gaming consoles and PCs hard drives, and therefore really buying the disc is just kind of redundant, really. Although it's not really, because at least you own a copy of the download on a physical disc or cartridge. And at least with the Switch, you don't actually have to install game data as much. I mean, you do, but not a lot. Most of the game data is still on the cartridges, you know. For the most part, some games don't. They do require downloads, but the point being is yeah, you know, eventually it will be digital, and eventually, probably with time, it will become streaming. But gaming's a difficult one because it requires so much more data per second to stream than say a movie or music does. Sound, picture, all that is pre-rendered. It's all done. It's all the same experience. Whereas with gaming, you're not getting the same experience. You're getting lots of things happening at the same time, lots of functions happening. It's very data intensive. So. It's gonna. I think it's gonna be a while. I think Google Stadia will probably. It's either going to do really well really quickly, which it might do, or it's just going to fall flat on its arse, and it's going to be a slow burner until eventually Google shuts it down because it's just not making any money, and therefore they're just going to, you know, just say, oh, we'll shelve it for now and bring it out later maybe, or they'll update it to Stadia 2 or whatever it's called. Something along those lines, I think. But we'll see. Epic Games Store at the moment is really the thing to watch for at the moment because of all of its tackling Steam head-on, which, again, a lot of people are upset about because they're buying all these games for yearly exclusive releases, and they're being very aggressive with it to get people to go to the Epic Games Store and use it as a platform, which is fine. But compared to Steam, it offers bugger all in terms of actual functionality that people have come to expect from Steam. Yes, the games are more moderated, so therefore you don't have all this like porn or offensive content or just downright shit really on Epic Games Store as Steam does. But you don't get the Steam experience, which people rely on. It's really good. And Epic have said, oh, we will start implementing things like Steam does, but it's going to take up to a year, maybe longer, for some things. And people are like, well, why are you forcing me to have to use your shitty platform at this current stage to play these games straight away, like on day of release, because these developers and publishers are now jumping on board Epic Games Store because they're being offered basically lucrative deals to do so. Their Epic Games Store's cut of sales is far less than Steam's, which is fair enough, they're being competitive. People are really angry about it, and games that were promised to be released on Steam originally, when they were announced years ago or very recently, have now suddenly just said, oh, we're not going to do Steam now, we're just going to change tack and go on Epic Games. People are going, oh, for fuck's sake, you just said I was going to get it on Steam. I prefer it on Steam because of all the functionality. You said it was going to be on Steam. If they hadn't said that, then you'd be more forgiving. But it's just, people are seeing it as just too greedy and too miserable, and Epic Games are trying to defend themselves, but really, they are causing an upset, and there is some good to it. Steam's going to have to, pull itself up a bit, pull its trousers up and start thinking about, oh shit, Epic Games Store is becoming very quickly becoming a real competitor. Either Steam will wait it out and think, oh, Epic Games is just throwing money about because they've got it all from Fortnite, they'll run out and then they won't have anything, and then they'll come back to us. It's a bit of a naive thought, but it may have some logic to it. But I still think Steam are going to have to up their game a little bit. They're going to have to compete at some level. Otherwise, they are going to fall down. And I suppose maybe Valve don't care. They've made so much money. Perhaps they're just going to leave the gaming business altogether. I mean, the people involved who have been with it for a long time are probably just thinking, well, fuck it, I'll retire. I'm old now. It's been many years, and I've got many millions or billions in the bank. I don't give a shit. Maybe that's the case. Who knows? But yeah, Epic Games at the moment is the one to look for. I think competition in the sort of PC platform market or PC game holding platform market is important, but the problem with it is because PC gaming really was its own platform, and now that platform's been splintered into multiple platforms within the PC gaming sector, which just makes it really silly. Or it's like kind of reverse engineering itself. It's becoming more console-like, where that it used to be. PC gamers are just pissed off. They just feel like they're being butchered and split up against their will, and having to have multiple game launchers on your PC in order to play your games and split up your library. It's just an inconvenience. It's a drain on your computer's resources. It fills your computer up with lots of bloatware that you don't need, slowing things down. And yeah, each game launcher offers different, say, accessibility, digital rights management, digital copyright things, functionality in terms of multiplayer functionality, ease of use, stability. It's just a load of bollocks, really, which is why Steam's been unchallenged for so long, But yeah, PC gaming has now become very splintered, which everything changes eventually. Things do get upset. Nothing stays the same forever. That's just the same with everything, really, in life. But yeah, I think Google Stadia, going back to the point of Stadia, whatever it's called, I think they need to change the name. Whatever its name currently is just lame. Name needs to change. And secondly, I think it's going to be either it's going to hit the ground running and do really well, and people are going to be like, oh my god, it's amazing, and Google will really have to make it amazing, like fucking amazing, which I don't think they will. Not because they're incompetent, I just don't think they've got it right now. They're just trying it and seeing what's going on. Or it's just going to fall flat on its arse, and then it'll be back in some form or another, but it'll be another couple of years or so, or another year before, say, Microsoft do their own, or Microsoft build on their own. They've currently got something similar with the Xbox, haven't they, in the Windows Store, and I think Sony's got PlayStation Now, which is something similar. I don't fully understand or know about those two services. Maybe they'll, I think they do actually, yeah, I think something similar on a smaller scale. We'll see. But if gaming goes in that direction, then again, I'm getting older now, and I still prefer the days where you get to own your games. You put your game in a console and it just boots it up straight away. You don't have to worry about installing it or updating it or patching it, and you just played the fucking game. Why that's so complicated now, I have no idea. Mind you, though, games have got more complicated and more intense in terms of graphic development and all kinds of other stuff. So, you know, yeah, it's a game has evolved, and it has, you know, and the way that we play games has to evolve with it, I guess, to a degree. I'm just old now. I'm selling off a lot of my Nintendo collection now to bolster up my finances, because again, I'm in a bit of a transitional stage in my life at the moment. I'm trying to tidy myself up financially, sell some stuff off to unload a bit of burden and pay off a few debts and just get myself financially a bit more secure, and save it for a V8 muscle car. I want a V8 car. I really want a new car. I want something exotic and exciting that I can afford. There are several cars that I'm interested in. Of a V8 caliber. None of them Audis, Mercedes or BMWs. I'm not buying a German car. Not because German cars are bad, they're not. They're very powerful, they're very good, they're good all-rounders, and if you like the whole badge thing, like, oh, I've got an Audi because I'm amazing, and everyone, you know, I want to show off, or a BMW because of the badge and all that. Same with Mercedes, that's fine, but I don't like German cars. I find German cars, like Audis, Mercedes and BMWs, to be very intimidating and just very brutish, and people, and don't get me wrong, you know, if you're a driving enthusiast, they offer a lot for that kind of, you know, personality. That if you're a driving enthusiast, they offer a lot to satisfy your enthusiastic urges. But there's no, I don't see, especially with modern day German cars, I don't see any charm or soul or character or humanity in them. I mean, they're the machines, of course they're machines, you know, they don't need to, but they're just very, they're very...
Take a look at...
Oh, we got a treasure. I was just focusing on the west. They're very Germanic in that they're all about efficiency, power, and just hitting you hard and basically saying, I am the best. When you get into my car, you must be worthy to drive me, and you must know about the car. You must program it to get the very best. I'm not doing it for you. You must do it. You must drive me properly, because you are driving an exquisite machine. Only the most qualified and the most intelligent and the most dynamic and the most efficient person can drive me and get the full experience. Otherwise you are shit and you should not be driving me. You are just wasting time. That's how I see German cars. When I get into one, I feel intimidated, I feel worthless, and I feel pathetic, because the car is just that good. It is that technically and engineeringly powerful and amazing. But I'm not that as a person. If you are that as a person, if you're a competitive person who's really reaching the A game in life, you know, or you're really climbing up the career ladder, or you've got a powerful position, you're filthy rich, or just socially very powerful or popular, or, you know, of that sort of nature, then yeah, those cars are for you, and a lot of people would like to strive to be that. And it's not necessarily materialism or anything, it's just to make you feel good and better and show off to everybody else that you're better. I'm not like that. I like cars that are bumbly and faulty and have something different from all that. I like a bit of eccentricism. I like eccentric cars, weird cars. I like cars that when you get in them you think, you're going to really fucking annoy me half the time, aren't you? I'm going to be like, fucking car, you piece of shit, because of what faults it has or the quality, whatever. But then at other times when it's working well and you're driving on the road, you just feel so happy. You feel one with the car and you're like, I'm loving this. Yes, you are such a good car. You're such a good car. I love you. I love you. I don't know why, but I love you. That's the sort of cars I like. And those are mostly Italian cars, some British cars, but not all, because a lot of them are rubbish. But some are good. American cars, American muscle cars have that, although they're a bit more about power and nothing else. But I like their primitiveness, but also like the big power engines. They're fun. Japanese cars are fun. Japanese sporty cars are fun. But they're a little bit Germanic. But there is a sort of character to them. You know, they are like a street racer, a proper, you know, little gangster. You know, like a sort of well, not gangster, but like a little rebel. They're like little rebel cars. You know, they are all about technology and just really showing off. They really have a little bit of character to them. I'm not a huge fan of Japanese cars so much. I think it's more of a youthful thing, but I think they have more character than German cars. Whereas German cars, well, they do have a character, German cars, but they're more about, get out of my way, out of severe, I am better than you can fight off. It's all aggressive and horrible. So yeah, I want to buy, I'm not going to buy Italian because they do fall apart. I'm going to buy a sort of, I'd like to buy either a Jag, which is American owned and now Indian owned, but you know, they're good and they're not quite Germanic. They have got a nice allure to them, but I'd buy an older Jag, you know, one of the Ford owned era ones. Or a British one. I was thinking of buying an MG ZT, that'd be quite cool. They are a bit of a BMW-like car, but they are so flawed, and yet I love them because of how eclectic they are. They're like a Rover 75, which is very gentlemanly, an old man, but then they tried to make them youthful, and it's just like a complete clash of designs and styles, and yet they're really fun to drive. So one of those would be nice. Or maybe get a Lancia just for fun. I don't know. I've really got to think it out because, of course, I've got to think about running costs and maintenance costs, parts, availability, and all that. But that's what I'm doing on the side. Anyway, I'm getting bored now. We should be talking about this. Glowing gear and skill slot expansion. What's this? I have no idea. Let's just explore more of that. And I apologise for that tangent. I'll put another thing on the video to say, skip till there if you don't want to hear me talk about cars and my view on cars. So you can do that. I'm sorry that this video is going to be a bit all over the place. It's just one of those things. Anyway, treasure.
Those glowing gears. They're turning.
Okay, cool. That's fine. What's a curious artifact? Let's see if I can cut it. Huh? Why is it always cutting with you? As a swordsman, the indestructible is something I simply can't abide. I won't accept an item that won't be split. Alright, you've made your points, but let's just drop it, okay? Hang on. Oh yeah, I always forget how to scroll on these. It always catches me off. I get the feeling that cutting that thing apart would be bad news. Humph! Well, I already worked up, so I need something to cut. Alright, Velvet, you leave me with no other choice. I'll just have to cut your hair for you. You're doing that thing again where you're talking like it makes sense to anyone but you. Come on, your hair's getting a bit shaggy. I can get you all tidied up in a flash. Pass. Relax, you may not believe it, but I was the family barber when I was a kid. Everyone said I did a great job. I'm sure you did, Rockaroo. Sorry, but I just don't like guys touching my hair. Told you, she's gay. That's cool. You, who were you going to shag? Well, you were going to shag that one last. You kind of did, but you kind of ate her through your hands, so... Yeah, maybe Eleanor. Perhaps you can tie her up, do a bit of dominatrix on her. Maybe, who knows. Right, anyway, point being is, after that, and that treasure, which is nice, we are going to progress with the story now. I haven't been wasting time on purpose. I was just doing a bit of grinding and talking of things. I do that a lot in this game. Which way am I going? I want to go this way, am I? Yeah, that's where we need to go, this way. So I'll do some more grinding off screen. I'm sorry to do some grinding now, but I just thought I might as well while I'm here to just to get some done, really, and just talk about stuff, because this game's all about talking about stuff because it's so long. Not in a bad way. It's just long. Cool. Awesome. Right, okay. Let's go to the tavern. Yes, last time we were here we fucked things up. Not by that much, really, to be honest. I'm sure everything's normal.
The capital sure is big.
Yeah.
We were just here a few videos ago. Well, quite a few videos ago.
Here for a boy who loves to learn.
Uh-huh.
Sightseeing's nice and all, but don't wander off and get lost.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Don't worry about him. He can take care of himself.
I know. I was just saying.
I can't remember. Were we here with Lafayette? I don't remember now. It's been so long, it really has. Oh well, either way, we're back at Lagresse, I remember that much. I'm sure, were we here with Lafayette? I can't remember. That's annoyed me now. Oh well, you can always look back at my old videos. To all warriors, I have this to say. Those who fail to enhance their equipment should never see victory. Laziness can lead to a sore punishment, believe me. Is that a hint, game, that I need to upgrade shit? Because I would, but because you keep throwing me new equipment, I just don't see the point. I'd just rather grind and get more levels, it's just easier.
You look like travelers. I have some good news for you. The
free wine! Yay!
The Aldina Plains are going to be lifted soon. The road's opening back up.
Oh, that's good. I don't think we've been there, have we?
The latest word on the streets.
I see what you did there.
I try to liven things up around here.
Well, ever since Lord Artorius became the Shepherd, demon attacks have gone down. The world's filled with hardships, but perhaps things are starting to go in the right direction.
Perhaps. The demons who nearly destroyed Helives are still skipping about on the loose, though.
What?
And just the other day, a village near Salt was destroyed by the demon blight. Guess the capital doesn't mind, though.
What?
Don't worry about it. Your shepherd and the Abbey are going to save the world, right?
Listening to you has kinda gotten me all nervous again. If you hear any other scary stories, let me know, please.
I've got one with fresh blood, melted bodies. Oh, maybe that tale about the demon doll that comes alive.
If you're going to waste time, we're leaving you here.
Well, that's enough of this detour then. Sorry to be such a drag.
Wait! That doll one sounded really cool!
It did actually. They're always good freaky stories, aren't they? Demon attacks are slowing down, aren't they? That's what the Abbey says anyway. Yeah, not true. We've just accelerated them for you. Oh, by the way, you're all demons! You all have malevolence in you. And when we fuck shit up, then you lose control of it, you're all going to become demons. The demon blight doesn't exist. It's all down to you not being a big arsehole. Unfortunately for me, if I was in this world, I'd have been turned into a demon a long time ago. But then again, we've seen demons embrace it, and at the very beginning of the game at least, they were having some intelligence and talking and stuff, so yeah, I'll just do that. Why not? Why not give in to your inner arsehole? The whole world does anyway, and even when they don't, the people in charge of the world do, because they've always been arseholes, and yet somehow people still believe they're not. I don't understand that. Oh well, whatever. Oh, I know you. You're the magical menagerie or something, right? That's how you can get away with walking around dressed like that, isn't it? I know people need entertaining at this gloomy time. You'll do well to keep mind your modesty. You won't stay young forever. Actually, yeah, I'm a demon. I think I will, actually. And besides, I'll probably die young anyway. Or at least die at the end of the game. I'm sure I will. Ideally, I'd like to let the dogs run to their heart's content outside the walls. Yeah, but there are demons out there, so we can't very well go outside. Nobody likes it, but rules are rules. I know, but I can't help feel sorry for the poor mutts. Why should they suffer because of our rules? Because they'll get killed by demons, bro. You know, I can attest, I'm a demon. I won't kill your doggy though, I like doggies. I like doggies. For the most part, sometimes they can really fuck me off, but overall they're alright. I just heard the most disturbing rumour that Praetor Eleanor has turned against the Abbey. An exorcist? Why would any of them turn traitor? They say that she now aids demons. No sound person would ever consider such a thing. Disgusting, she's worse than a traitor, she's an enemy of mankind. Yeah, Eleanor's like right with me right now, and we're like all demons and shit, so you gonna question that now? Do you wanna ask her yourself if she's a traitor? I'm right here. No? Guess Eleanor's in a Pokeball in my pocket or something. Whatever's, never really questioned that. Just I'm guessing it's down to ease of graphical stuff, who knows?
What's with this crowd?
Buying something, selling
Just
something.
put on a real show. Man, it was the best. Her dancing was every bit as great as I'd heard.
Alright, cool.
Wow.
Shall we see it?
The Modulu?
Surely you mean Mogilu. Has my time to bask in fame finally come at long last?
No, because you weren't dancing, were you?
No, we're talking
Stupid.
about Modulu, not Mogilu.
You know, Lulu, the famous dancer? She actually goes by the majestic Lulu, but everyone calls her Modulu.
Oh, makes sense.
Just watching the beauty of her dance.
Can we see
Can't
it?
help but feel like maybe everything's gonna turn out okay in the world.
But whatever's, but can we see it?
Sounds
I
like
hate
a
it when they
pretty
don't show
cheerful
us.
action.
Show! Don't tell!
Cheerful? This is all a ripoff.
We're not.
She's just trying to pass off as Mogilu's menagerie and profit from our good name.
Well, file a trademark infringement then.
Good
That's what
name.
the whole world does these
You don't
days.
actually perform anything.
Exactly. You can though. You can do a strip dance. Sure, you'll be very good at it, Velvet.
I was planning on getting started
hide that demon arm,
eventually,
though.
But now, this con artist comes along and ruins everything.
Well, your dancing there is... Eh. Hello. Are you the Magilou, are you?
It's Modulu.
You're Magilou. A generic
Great
character
today,
thing.
Modulu. I loved it.
She's just
Thank you
showing off some
so
flesh.
much.
She's got like
According to
half
my teacher,
trousers
I still
on,
have a long
some
way
sort
to
of
go.
thong, and well, actually underwear, I suppose, and a bra.
I'll
That's
work hard
all
to
she's
do better
done.
next
I bet she
time,
does a
so
bit of
I
belly
hope you'll come
dancing,
see
a bit
me.
of ass wiggling, and that's it. Not that I'm
Modulu's
complaining. I
teacher
think
is
that's
a dancer named
perfectly okay,
Balta,
by the way.
whose immense
I'm sure it's
talent
very
earned him
good.
all the fame in the world. But Balta suffered a tragic injury that took him forever from the stage, and
His
now
boobs fell
Modulu
off.
was working hard to carry out his dream.
So,
you're Modulou then?
I am. My teacher and I
Even the
worked really
game's like,
hard to put on performances that'll leave a lasting impact.
look at those
And I
supple
refuse
hips.
to let anyone call me a phony.
Oh?
Bring it, bitch.
How do you propose to stop me? Taking it to the stage and seeing which one of us can better hold a crowd?
Yes,
Well, you're going to have to show a bit of
that's
flesh.
just what I was hoping for.
Lulu, don't go around picking petty fights.
But sir,
Oh, is this-
this woman,
Is this Volta, is it? Or whatever his name
You
is.
should know better. If you have the energy to spare spitting vitriol at people, you should refocus that anger into moving your body.
I take it that is the guy they were
If
saying
you
earlier.
need to express yourself, do it on the stage.
Remember, it's all about the lunges and the
yes,
thrusting.
sir. You're right.
Thrust those hips. Oh,
Teacher, is the pain acting up again?
no.
It's
I'm
no
not going to joke
matter.
about that. There's a lot
What
of
does
bad stuff
pain
happening on my end
compare
as
to
well. That's
losing
not cool.
the ability to dance. Anyway, what matters is how you're holding up.
You're both going to die,
I'm
aren't you?
fine, sir.
Good. Then let's head back and practice some more.
Unless he just dances in his spare time and he's in denial of his flexibility or something. Mind you, he did diffuse that pretty well, I guess.
He seems
But we didn't get to see a dance off though. That's boring.
He does. But keep in mind that Volta recognized her talent at a young age.
I'm sure that's
He even
all
adopted
he
her so he could
recognised.
pass on everything he knew.
I hope so, anyway,
He might
for the
be
sake of her.
strict, but only because he believes in her.
You
I
sure know an
again, I
awful
hope
lot about
that's
them.
just that.
I'm sort of a fan of theirs, you could say.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Oh, I'm not going to make fun of you for that. But we haven't seen any
Teacher
dancing
and
though.
the student chasing after the same dream. What a sweet little story they have.
Yeah, ish, I guess. I don't know. So I was paying attention to my phone. I've got
That's
some
why
stuff selling
I
on
think
eBay.
it's high time for Mogilou's Menagerie to put on a show.
Oh
And for
god,
our
game,
act,
is this just
we'll be
another
a
waste of
comedy
time?
duo.
Comedy? Where'd you get that idea?
You heard me propose a challenge to little Mogilou's, right? But not one of you knows a single acrobatic trick.
Sorry. Don't apologize. You couldn't have seen this coming.
Well,
Oh,
you
I
act
could.
like you feel a little bad at least. Now, normally I'd make you guys do something flashy like jump through a ring of fire, but I'll be magnanimous and let you do comedy instead. With
That's really
comedy,
hard to
I can
do, by
take
the way.
control of the stage and keep things lively. I can feed you the audience on a platter.
But
That looks very evil.
going on the same stage as Modulou, it's too much to handle.
Oh, I can't wait to take her down a peg or two.
I'm out. I don't even know why you're bothering. It's hopeless.
It's
Yeah, I'm
not
with Velvet on this
hopeless.
one.
Plus, if we do well, we'll be raking in the dough.
We've already got plenty of dough. We get it from
started
monsters.
now. After all, people will come thinking we're Mogilou's troupe.
You're sure eager to profit off of her good name.
That's exactly the material I want. Keep throwing out such zingers and the audience will be in stitches.
I'm not sure I follow, but okay.
The only thing getting thrown out is gonna be you.
You know, I think you could pull off being the straight man in our act.
What? Keep your compliments to yourself.
This plan might sound dumb,
Okay.
but more money never hurts.
Eisen, not you too.
Then it's settled. Now we just need to book ourselves a few gigs. I've got an in with all the stage directors in town. For now, I think everyone should pair up so we can figure out just what sort of comedy chops you all have. Everybody?
Even me?
Certainly. Each one of you is a part of Mogilou's Menagerie, after all. I'm not so sure about this.
Wow, we really got to do this. I think we've really got to do. Well, maybe it's just a quick thing. Oh, right, whatever. So let's have a look. See, a bunch of villains that call themselves Airfreed's pirates are running rampant across the seas. How can they allow themselves to cause their fellow men such suffering in these desperate times? That makes them worse than demons, if you ask me. You're right. I hope to see them hang one day, hanging low and to the left. Oh, you have to hear this. I just met Praetor Oscar. He had a scar on his face and he was all bandaged, but he laughed and said he was fine. He seems so nice, not to mention strong. I just want to squeeze him underneath his pants. Even with a guy like me around. Yeah, dude, you're overcompensating. His is bigger than yours. Get over it. Right, don't need amber fragment. I don't know why I just said that with kids. That's really wrong. I apologise. I'll take that back. Sorry, kids. Didn't mean to go down that low with you guys. In fact, I'm just saying that is already a minefield of... Oh, God. Oh, well, like I said, I'm going to die anyway from saying my political viewpoint, so whatever's. I'm not too worried. Right, whatever. Yeah. I just want to get them... Oh, I can't, can I? Oh, well, whatever. It doesn't matter. Hello, Volta. The dancer's greatest opponents are own body, the hearts of our audience. If you cannot communicate with them, you are mere busker. But mere onlookers. I will never forget this lesson. Yeah, whatever. Hello.
Whenever I hear Magilu's name, I can't help but think of Magilanica. Magilanica? Who's that?
Oh, she's just a girl who worked as part of the freak show. Talked to spirits nobody else could see.
That's her, all right. She had many mysterious powers, like moving things without touching them and divining where people would find lost objects. For a time, people called her the Little Witch. She was pretty popular.
Thanks to her, the rest of the troupe took in plenty of cash. Or so I hear.
Yeah, but eventually they took it too far, and the kingdom tried them for heresy. I hear Magilanica was subjected to really brutal torture.
True fact. Everyone knows this story.
Well, I've never heard it. That's not too surprising. It all took place when I was a young woman myself. Remind me, Magilo, how old are you again?
What? How old would you say I am?
Well, from your reaction, I can at least tell you're not my age.
Thanks for keeping that vague. Comedy, yo. Right, well, that didn't really go anywhere, but whatever's... which way have we got to go? We've got to go this way, so let's go this way there. Hello, sir. The land in Eastgand and Northeast Midgand has seen massive shifts in the past few centuries. Old mountain ranges have sunk to their necks in the sea to become island chains. Countless towns and ruins now sleep beneath the waves. Mountains can turn into islands? That's right. The islands of Lake Haven were all once mountains. Neat. I'd like to see them. I'd like to too, but the area is covered by constant thunderstorms, so ships can't get close. That's why they're sometimes called the Thunder Isles. Dun dun dun. Wow, he stayed up all night to come up with that. Oh well, whatever. To the inn. Bedtime we must go to. We're going to be having low-grass stew tonight. It's standard here in the capital. Not only is it tasty, but it'll put hair on your chest too. Huh? You don't want hair on your chest? Well, neither do I, but I still like it, so I'll give it a try. Whatever's. Yeah, well, whatever's. Okay, no cutscene. Fine, that's fine. I'm just doing it out of force of habit now. But the point being is yeah, we don't need any gold anyway. We've got fucking plenty. I think we're like 300,000 gold. How much have we got? Yeah, 334,000. We're rich anyway. And if we want to get more rich, we just go out and slay monsters all day, which is very helpful for me because I level up and it makes battling easier. So, boop-de-boo. Oh well, it just breaks the immersion, doesn't it? Right. Saving the game. Let's carry on a little bit more. Let's actually get to this feckin' tavern that we need to go to, which is where the star is. Actually, before we do, we better go and listen to these exclamation marks. Everything is useful, or informative at the least.
When will the High Priest return to us?
Keep this between us, but I heard Lord Gideon was killed by demons.
Surely that's not true.
It most certainly is true.
Hey, shh! They'll hear you.
I know someone who works in the palace, and he said the demon was a girl with the head of a wolf and the body of a gorilla.
But how
That's
could
not
a
fair
demon
on
have
Velvet.
gotten
She's
into the
hot.
palace?
Apparently, there was a power struggle among the higher-ups, and Gideon's enemies snuck the demon into his villa. They say that's why people sometimes heard terrifying screams coming from the place.
Oh, is the demon still there?
No idea. Rumor says she escaped, but I wouldn't worry. There's no way she'd stick around here.
That's what you think. She's right here, so you'd better watch out.
Stop messing around already.
Yeah, no, it's just going to end in tears, isn't it? I can't believe there are people squabbling over authority at a time like this. Ha! Ha! Brexit! Yeah! It's just putting your own desires before the needs of the many. Exactly, if they just turn the reins over to the shepherd, there'd be no problem. Yeah, we should turn the reins over to the queen and listen to what she has to say. I don't think she cares, really. I'm looking for new band members. Let's enjoy our youth together through music. This is perfect. I've been obsessed with music lately. Great! I have a feeling we'll make some wonderful tunes together. It's called the iTunes Store. Right, okay, with that said, let's go and just get this last exclamation mark sorted, and then we'll go to, finally, the tavern. God, I'm really hungry as well. Ugh. Hate it when I get hungry. It's very unpleasant. I think hunger is unpleasant, isn't it? But
The
it's
nights are
quite
so
unpleasant for me.
cold of late. It's gotten harder to get flamestone, too.
I hear the port at Hellawes is at a near standstill. No matter how much flamestone they mine from Mount Killerhouse, they can't get it shipped out. I'm sure the Abbey is aware of the situation. It's not just us who are suffering. We have to endure.
Times like these is when we need to practice Lord Artorius' teachings. The many outweigh the individual.
Exactly. I'm sure Lord Artorius will think of us soon and send aid.
He doesn't give a damn about any of you.
How dare you!
The many outweigh the individual, right? Artorius wants to save humanity as a whole. Your individual troubles aren't important to him.
You have no idea what you're talking about. Aren't we part of the whole he wants to save?
What happy fools.
Sorry about that. She didn't get to see his speech, so she's been taking it out on everyone around her.
Really? What a troublesome kid.
But really, that speech was incredible.
Yeah, but she's got a point. I'm with Velvet on this one. Once again. The many that Lord Artorius talks about just means others. Only humans are capable of sacrificing themselves for the sake of others. It is force, power if you will. One that only humans possess. For the sake of others, it's imperative that you use reason to suppress your personal feelings. Don't sulk so loudly that other people can't listen to a speech. Yeah, I know, but if the speech is full of crap, I'm sorry, you do. You just think, no, bullshit, you shout louder. If it was a good speech and you believed in it, I see your point, and maybe some people do. But if you actually suddenly realise it's full of crap, then no, you don't want people to believe in it, because they're wrong. I've heard that demons have ruined so many crops that soon they'll have to start rationing food. Adults will be able to suffer through it, but what about grown children? I'll be just fine, it doesn't matter if we're hungry, so long as Mummy and I are together. Oh god, you're so dead, aren't we? Can't be selfish, right? That's right, sweetie, you give me such courage, you are both so dead, aren't you? That's going to be sad. Oh dear. Well, we'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it. Ooh, Lady Marks. I don't think there is any more, is there? No, we've cleared them all. Whatever, so at least we've done it anyway. I'm sure there are still more to kill.
I need you to wait outside. The boss of the Bloodwings knows an exorcist is with us, but...
Say no more. I'm sure they have clients who wouldn't appreciate their faces being known to the Abbey.
Correct. Laphicet, you stay with Eleanor.
Okay.
I'll be back soon.
Fair enough. It's kind of pointless, really, but I guess better be safe than sorry.
Thanks for coming all this way. It's been a while. Would you care for a peach pie?
Pint would be nice.
What do you want?
Oh, straight to the point.
It would do you good to unwind every now and again, you know. Stretch a bow too far and its string is bound to snap.
What do you want?
I would like you to escort this person out of the capital.
Okay.
Something smells about this. Literally. Where am I taking them?
Somewhere the authorities can't reach them.
Sounds nice.
Round the corner.
I could do with such a place myself.
No joke. We've been looking for a place to lay low, but we haven't had any luck yet.
So we've come straight to the capital. Does that make sense?
Well, come to think of it, I've heard a rumor that it's been a while since the Abbey has had any contact from Titania.
Prison Island.
Ah.
Titania? But I thought the Abbey was in direct control of that place. Has the situation there gotten that bad since you left?
Dunno. Must have done.
Sometimes the answer is right under your nose. I think it might work.
Hey?
Yeah.
Oh well.
Could make a decent hideout, actually. The Therians could definitely get their fill of malevolence there.
And the Abbey is far too goody-goody to imagine an escaped prisoner would ever return to her prison by her own free will.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid when
At the
you think
very
about
least, I'd say it's worth checking out.
Well, I suppose
I
with new
take
knowledge.
it our intel has proven useful.
It has. But before we go, have you heard anything about the Abbey harboring demons?
I'm aware there was a demon in the villa, and that it has been relocated.
Where?
I can't say right this moment, but I'm sure we will find out shortly.
All right, then in exchange for this passenger's safety, I want more information on that demon.
You've got a deal.
Sweet. Okay, we can do that.
Eisen, I heard about your confrontation with Melchior. I'm sorry I wasn't able to help you find him.
Yeah, you really blew that one, Toots.
It's fine. What's done is done.
Have you given up on finding Eifried?
No, I haven't. The crew and I will do whatever we can to quash the Abbey's plans. We do them enough damage, and the Abbey ought to start thinking about putting their hostage to good use.
They probably killed him by now. He's probably
They'll
dead,
set him up
buried
as a trap for
in a
us,
chest under
and
the
that's
sea.
when we'll steal him back.
Attacking the Abbey to create an opening for his escape.
Clever.
Sounds like fun.
It's what Eifried would do. That's all.
Yeah, whatever, we'll go for it, I guess, if we have to. Or if you do, we'll watch it, root for you, eat some popcorn. Cool. Meanwhile, thousands of miles away,
Taking a while. Yeah.
let's have a sentimental moment.
The Shepherd has a special mission for you. You are to protect the Malak Laphicet and bring him to
Oh,
the
yeah.
Abbey headquarters.
Oh dear.
What's wrong?
I have to betray you.
Hey, you want to take a walk around the capital for a bit? I can show you some of the sights. But, You can't trust me. I understand.
No, it's not that. I promise. I'd love to go sightseeing with you, Eleanor.
Laphicet.
You're so easily manipulated.
Well, we'll do it another time, okay?
Why?
It's just, you know, Velvet would get mad at us.
Get mad about what?
Ah, you're done. And who is this?
A VIP entrusted to us by the head of the Bloodwings. We're stowing them away on Titania where the bad guys can't get at them.
The prison island? Just who is this person?
It's not our
Didn't
thing,
ask.
really. Yeah, exactly. It's not our
What?
concern, really, is it? Not our job.
Hey, something smells nice.
Huh?
Stop sniffing things.
See, what's interesting here, though,
I
is...
can't believe you take a job without bothering to ask who you're escorting or why.
The less
Well, that's
you
why
know,
we're doing the
the
job.
less trouble you invite.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And it shows you're trustworthy because you're not bothering. But, that was a cone, by the way, wasn't it? That was that cone from right at the very beginning of the game. That she had in her hand just there. Surely Shepard Artorias knows we're here now, right? He's definitely watching us. Couldn't he just intervene and just take Laphicet and Eleanor and do the thing he's got to do? And at least then it shows the public he's looking out for demons. I mean, it might cause panic, but at the end of the day, if he's like, no, it's okay, got this sort of guys, we're gonna be fine, they will believe him, won't they? Whatever, maybe he doesn't know.
Who is
Oh, yeah,
that
whatever.
hipped man?
I do not know, but his hawk seemed extraordinarily well trained.
Trained to hunt, maybe?
I'd imagine. It takes a great deal of time and money to train a bird like that. What is it?
I smell something nice.
Alright.
Indeed. The scent
Is it nectar,
somehow
by any
familiar.
chance?
It can't be.
Nectar?
What are you two sniffing
Oh yeah,
at?
because Velvet can't sniff, can she? She can't smell it.
They're bloodhounds on the hunt.
But we're talking about hawks hunting, aren't we?
Come again? Oh,
Yeah, I'm confused.
I'm sorry. Please excuse my poor manners.
Oh, maybe she knows who this person is then. She's obviously got an idea. Alright, well, I'll tell you what. Let's. I've spent a lot of this video just rambling about things that are not important once again and offending and upsetting everybody. But actually, no, I'm not, because nobody's watching, so it doesn't matter. Ha! Ha! I say what I like. But we will go on a little bit further then. Let's at least try and go to the prison island, I guess. See if we're allowed. Obviously, we're going to get back on the boat, haven't we? Sorry if my microphone did something now. I accidentally touched it with my hands. With my hands! I didn't know the king's condition had gone that far. He's older than he used to be, so it's not entirely unexpected. Still, reliable men like the shepherd and the prince to take up his torch. He should feel at ease. Oh. King's dying, is he? Got permission to travel at night. I wish you luck on your task. Oh, thank you, buddy. I will kill you last, then. But yeah, King's not very well. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Right, we're not going to fight any of these enemies. We're just going to go straight to the island. If we do have to fight any, it's because we can't get past them. No, we're fine. I did some grinding earlier. I'm not going to do any more in this video. I will do some off-screen. Ooh, our expedition's returned again. Yay! Oh, we've got a new area discovered. Lovely. Exit result report. Let's go there. Awesome. Yeah, we're just going to go straight there. Like I said, I'll do some grinding off screen. I mean, when we get to the prison island anyway, I'm sure there'll be demons we can fight there and level up. And I'm sure we can leave and come back here, I guess, and if not, we will anyway, I imagine. But yeah, yeah, I'm surprised that Artorias. Oh god! Ah, shit! I'm surprised Artorias didn't like. He must know we're here. I bet he's just sort of thinking, "Oh, Eleanor will bring him to me, and if not, I'll get him anyways." Doing the typical supervillain bad thing, isn't it? Where they just sort of not act in a logical way. They sort of just go, "No, wait, I will see to them later because I can." Later or something. They underestimate you, don't they? They're always like, no, that's what they'd expect us to do in terms of going after them. I'll leave it for now. We'll just keep an eye on them. You know, because we can. Oh well. Finally, we have some nightlife in the city again. People feel safer with all the guards around. That's true, but if you get too wild, you can bet the Abbey won't like it one bit. Maybe not. I don't know. Who cares? Not going to bother with weapons and stuff. We'll just carry on as normal. Again, I'm sure there'll be a point in the game where we might have to do that because that soldier did sort of say, but maybe the demon. Well, now that we'll go there, maybe the demons are a bit stronger at Demon Island.
Could you fit my comedy act into tonight's show? I'm still breaking in my new partner, but I can carry the act. I'd appreciate you squeezing us in.
For you, Maggie dear, I'll do it as a personal favor, but you get 200 flat, no expenses, no per diem.
Oh, come on, don't be so stingy.
It gets worse. Our headliner is doubling up after, and the opener flubbed their lines and lost us minutes.
Playing deuce for a cold house? Well, alright, them's the breaks.
What the hell are you even saying?
I'm saying we're going on, and you're my straight man.
What? You're serious?
I'll take care of the actual funny bits. Just act like you always do and we'll be fine. Bonus points if you toss the men in the audience a glare of contempt every now and then. Just trust me.
Oh, hold on. This is all happening so fast. I'm not sure I'm ready for...
You'd better get ready, because the curtain's going up.
Alright, so this must be the sub thing then. Okay, cool.
Hi there! We're Moggy and Val, your lovely comedians for today! Magikazam! We're still new to the comedy business, but we'll do our best to give you a memorable show. Now, I'm Moggy, the bright, beaming one in the pair, while my moody little partner here is... Hey, what's wrong, Val? Everything okay? You need to put some energy into this, or we're in trouble. Come on! If you've got one redeeming feature, it's your moxie.
That might be, but this is different.
I can see you're going through something right now. All right, let's take a deep breath together. excuse us for just one moment? Velvet, what are you doing? We're losing the audience!
I can't help it. I've never talked in front of such a big crowd before.
Wait, don't tell me you've got stage fright?
So what if I do?
That's so unlike you. Just pretend that you're fighting some nasty exorcist and give it some gusto.
Easy for you to say. I'm embarrassed out here.
Don't be such a girl!
I am a girl.
That's it! Just do that, but project your voice!
I can't, and I don't want to.
You're a comedian, you have to! Where's your passion for your newfound art?
I'm not one, and I've never had any.
No, I can see it within you, deep down, the burning passion of a true artist at heart!
I've had enough! I can't do this with you!
Fail.
Sorry, folks, show's over.
What a Velvet. At least she didn't take shit. Good girl.
Well, you've certainly shown me something new. A comedy team that just stands on stage whispering to each other.
We're going for a brand new comedic style. So, what did you think?
Completely lame.
Don't quit your day job.
That's what I thought.
Now she plays the straight man.
Oh, that's good. Don't quit your day jobs. No, that's fine. Well, justice is served, so I'm happy. Well done, Velvet. You did it good. She just doesn't take shit. I said ship, I mean shit. Ships used to always be coming and going here. It was a port that never slept. It's not like it used to be, but I'm glad you can hear a bit of racket on the sea breeze at night again. Yay. I'm sure people who like the sea know that stuff. Right, actually, that's a good point. Are we actually going the right way? I think we are.
Bull
Yeah.
crap. You're gouging us just because you can.
Well, if you want to pay less, maybe you should go find someone more generous. Hmm?
Looks like they're at it again.
Doesn't matter, because we're going anyway. Oh. 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 Oh dear.
Huh? What's happening?
Is it the dude?
Benwick, snap out of it! Benwick!
Dit! Slappy!
I was haggling for supplies, and...
Tell you what, I'll give you a fair price. Actually, just take what you need.
Oh, that's helpful.
We should all endeavor to help contribute to the common good of humanity, rather than selfishly pursue wanton profit.
That's definitely that dude, isn't it? Definitely that dude.
Are you sure?
Yeah. No. Wait. What was I saying?
I was confused. It's definitely him. It's definitely that dude.
You felt that too, didn't you, kiddo?
Yeah, it disappeared, but I felt a strong force coming from somewhere to the north.
Oh, the North Koreans testing nuclear weapons again. God damn it.
Zone of influence.
Wait, if it's north of here, then...
It's the guy
Imperium's
there.
throne.
Oh?
Did
what?
that happen because of something Innominat and Artorias did?
Oh, did they have sex and have an orgasm? Oh,
don't know.
bloody hell.
I've got a bad feeling about this. We should get far away from here, and quickly.
So it wasn't the dude with us then. Oh, okay, fair enough. I thought it might have been. Oh, or maybe it is. I don't know. Dude, you coming?
The suppression.
Oh, thank you for that. That drip feed of stuff. Very, very useful.
Well, that was certainly off-putting. But our job
Yep.
with Tabitha comes first. And we need a hideout soon, too.
True enough.
True dat, yo. But we're going to go back because there's an exclamation point over here, so for fuck's sake! Well, that was random. So, the suppression then. So, yeah, obviously they had sex, orgasm, enjoyed themselves. Whatever.
Geezer, you alright? What nonsense are you spouting, youngin'?
That's one spirited old man.
Well, it's just that you suddenly got all polite on me, and you were all like, "Oh no, good chum, worry not about your debt to me." I thought I said stop spouting nonsense. It's not nonsense. You did say it. I
Oh!
He did, but we were all acting strangely. You said, after you, fine sir. And I said, no, I simply couldn't. You first, dear friend. There's no way in hell I would ever let you go first.
Come to think of it, that's right. But he said not to worry about our debts and now he's taking it back? That's inhuman, cruel, ruthless.
They lost control of themselves, but still have their memories. Maybe something was manipulating them.
What in the world happened to us?
I don't get it, but what I do get is that he said we don't owe him nothing. So my debt to you is off, right, old man?
Same here. Same here.
Shut your traps. I'd be flat broke if I let you knuckleheads off the hook. Now shut up and pay up.
Something really strange happened here.
Seems so. And I think this is just the beginning of it.
Yeah, I think what happened there was obviously something between Artorias and Innominate happened, or something along those lines. And basically what I think happened is that for a moment, either it was manipulation of people, or their malevolence was suppressed, and that's why they were all, like, generous and caring and working together. So I'm guessing Artorias and Innominate, or just Artorias with Innominate, is trying to get, well, is trying to make humanity pure? Not just to prevent the demon blight, but just so then they are generally nice? You know, eliminate greed, corruption, all the stuff we've been talking about before? Maybe, I guess. Maybe that's what it's all about. Basically the battle of the human soul is at stake, I guess. No, sorry, I spaced there for a second. I think I must be working too hard. Listen, if you don't home pay your bill, I'll double it. Hey, that's not fair. You wait till the Abbey hears about this. He's got a spine on him, that's for sure. Are you alright, Grandma? You were mumbling something. Oh, what was I saying? It was... actually, I can't really remember. Well, that was a complete pathetic conversation. Right, so, yeah, so that must be... well, obviously the guy said the suppression, so it must be suppressing their malevolence then. That's what it must have been all about, to try and prevent them from turning into demons. Interesting. Which means what we're going to do is completely fuck that all up, aren't we? But then again, it's just kind of like two extremes fighting over one another. You kind of need to have that compromise, but a blend or a balance or a dynamic equilibrium. As with everything. Oh, I'm totally sorry about what happened earlier. I don't know why I'd do something like that. Well, give us a discount. That's fine, buddy. I'm happy with that. Sorry for spacing out there. I'm fine now. That's cool. I'm sure Velvet would have, you know, done some stuff. Right, so, where do we need to go then? Front docks. There we go. That away. I didn't even see it on the list there. I was completely distracted by that. I was really not bad.
All right.
Whatever.
We're safely on the rolling waves. Don't you think it's time you showed us your face, mystery monk?
No, it's not our business. Leave him alone. He's fine.
You're right. My apologies.
No, you don't have to. This is an infringement of your rights.
I knew it! Prince Percival!
Oh!
Percival
the King's son.
Ilmid Asgard, crowned prince and heir to the throne of the Midgand Kingdom.
Shit! Why is he... Wait,
so
what?
He's next in line, is he?
So why is we smuggling him away then?
Someone already had me figured out.
Yes, Your Highness. I could tell from your fragrant wood scent, as only the royal family may wear it.
Oh. Okay, this is interesting.
But if I may ask, why?
Yeah.
Must I explain myself to gain your aid? I myself could ask what an exorcist is doing consorting with members of the underworld.
Good point. Fair enough.
I don't...
It doesn't matter why you're here. On this ship, you're here for us to use to our advantage.
Treat me as you will. It's not like I can ever go back.
Why? Have you got something to do with your dad's death or something?
For a fellow born with silver spoons spewing out of his mouth, Princey Pooh's rather laid back.
Prince Percival is an upstanding man, renowned for both his intelligence and his fair, just demeanor. It's widely believed that with him on the throne, Midgand's prosperity will continue and...
Look, I played dumb earlier, but I smelled that scent too.
Oh,
he
fair
wore
enough.
it for us to notice. He wanted us to know just what sort of position he held, and how useful he could be to us.
He surprised me, at least.
Do you think we're being led into another trap?
We definitely can't take that possibility off the table.
When the time comes, he'll make a good hostage, if nothing else.
Not if the ones we face are after his life too.
That's what I'm saying,
For now,
yeah.
let's just make sure we keep an eye on him.
That's an interesting turn of events.
He said he couldn't go back.
I wonder why.
See, maybe he's against what Artorias is doing. Maybe he managed to work out Artorias is doing something to his dad or his uncle or whatever the relation is. Obviously, it did say what the relation was. I think I just wasn't paying attention. As always. Interesting. Very interesting.
The whole island's a prison. It's like a secret fort or something.
Yeah, I thought this was run by the Abbey. Why are we going here again?
Weirdly
Have they just lost
quiet,
control of it, though?
Yeah, I don't see a single exorcist on watch.
That's what I mean. Why the fuck are we taking this guy here? He's under Abbey protection. He wants to get away from it. That's not right, is it?
Let's scope out the inside.
I suppose, like you say, hiding in plain sight, I suppose, maybe? I'm confused. But, okay. That's fine. Oh, we could speak to people and stuff. Right. Well, I think what we'll do is we are going to end the video here. But before we do, we'll speak to these people here. We'll save it, and then we'll call that a day. And then, yeah, so I didn't get very much done. I did go off on a bit of a ramble. Well, I usually do anyway, but a bit of a political ramble. I'm sorry. It's very sensitive times here in the UK. And once again, like I said, in my opinion, the government's failing miserably. But obviously, some other people's opinion, they're doing a wonderful job. So, it's subjective. There's nothing unusual at the docks. Looks like they've already been abandoned for a while before we came along. Well, yeah, maybe. Maybe they have just sort of let it go since the breakout. Who knows? Hey, Princey. This was part of the plan. What was part of the plan? But don't give me vague stuff like that, Prince. What do you mean? Hi, headless guy. It's all been carved out of the bedrock. Looks more like a fortress than a prison to me. In any case, it was a hell of a lot of work. Yeah, true, bro. This place is just plain eerie. It's giving me goosebumps. Gecko bumps. This place is just plain eerie. Oh, sorry. Wrong person. This person. I want to speak to the kid! Okay, fair! I can't speak to the kid for some reason. Oh, now I can. From behind, weirdly. I'm not scared much. Weird. Oh, alright, we'll have a quick look inside then before we finish the video. I'm too curious now. Let's have a look. Whoa! Our island looks none too inviting. I'll be sure we're ready to sail at a moment's notice. Stay safe while you look around. My, this is most ominous. What will happen here, I wonder? I don't know, but I am actually now curious a little bit. Alright, well, we'll go inside and have a quick nosy then. Well, I'll save the game beforehand in case it gets a little bit too deep, in which case then I'll have to pause and end the video proper. But yeah, he says part of the plan. What plan? I don't understand that. Is it the plan as in to get you here to safety, or plan as in the Abbey is setting us up for a trap? I don't know. Oh! Shit! Maybe
An
that...
exorcist.
Yeah, but he's injured, bro. Oh, and he's dead!
Are you alright?
Dumb!
Headless Knight's back.
Headless Knight's back. Don't know the significance of that. I'm sure
dead.
we've come across it before, but I'm not sure what they meant by that.
The Headless Knight is back?
Okay.
Think this is the demon that attacked her?
No.
Another prison riot?
No, something's not right here.
Kurogane, Dial, you two protect Kamoana and the prince.
Because you're side characters and we forgot all about it. Okay.
Stupid monkey. You're giving me a headache. Stay sharp. This one must have survived the riot.
Okay. Is this just a regular monkey that we fought earlier? I get the feeling it kind of is. Which is okay, because we've grinded and leveled up before, so we should be fine. Yeah, it is.
Did you
Okay.
think you could escape me?
Yep, that's fine. Nice and easy.
So did the Abbey actually fail to quell the riot?
Probably, because they're not here, and what was
I
there?
find that hard to
She came
believe.
out all
The prison was heavily
bummed
staffed
up.
with
I
exorcists.
mean, bunged up. I mean, injured. I'm sorry. Not thinking about.
Perhaps it was venomization.
Yeah?
Venomization.
Yeah, yeah.
A dark ritual, forcing demons to eat each other in order to produce ever stronger demons.
Orgy
the
then,
demons
basically.
devoured each other, creating a demon too powerful for the exorcists to control.
It must be a
I
Therian then.
imagine the riot didn't help.
Gotcha. Oh, wait, that's you!
Been, I wonder.
Wait, but you were being fed demons.
Whatever happened doesn't matter to us now. We need to focus on how to take this place for ourselves.
But you were the one.
That
it was you.
exorcist from before said something about a headless knight, right?
That one's probably the leader.
Then we hunt it down and destroy it.
Until we capture the island, let's use this room for our staging ground. I'll leave the prince and Kamoana to you two. Eliminate any enemies who come in.
Understood.
Don't expect much from me, but all right.
Kamoana, if anything happens, call for me and I'll come running to protect you, okay?
Okay. You stay safe too, Eleanor.
Let's go.
Okay. But, see, because they said, oh, they were feeding a demon here to make it stronger. But hang on a minute. It's either, it might be a separate demon. Or wasn't that just Eleanor? Not Eleanor, wasn't that just Velvet? Because Velvet was there for 3 years and they kept dropping demons in, didn't they? And then she just eat them because she's a Therian. So, yeah, that must imply her then, maybe? Since a powerful presence in the interior, there's something to be wary of here. What have you got to say, Princey? I've come this far by running away, but it's time for me to stand my ground. Alright. Yeah, alright, I should speak to... Oh, listen, I'm a lizard, not a dragon, you know that. Things get too scaly, I'll cut my tail and running. Oh hell, I forgot, I don't have a tail anymore. Nope, that's true. Oh, for God's sake, why can't I speak to Kimona so easily? Ah, here we go. And then I know you'll come if I call for help. Right? Promise? Yes, I do. That I do promise. Okay, fine. Yeah, so... I don't know, see the sense for that one. Alright, let's leave it to there, and then there's the update up there. Right, we'll save the game here then, as in a quick save, and then yeah, we'll leave it at that. So can I say thank you very much for watching if you have done, and yeah, things are starting to really start to pick up now, and yeah, I can't wait to see more. So yeah, until next time, sorry for the politics and stuff. If you skip through it, you won't know what I'm talking about. If you did listen to it and you survived that long, well done. That was a polite applause, not sarcastic. But hey, like I said, everything's subjective. But whatever. Thank you very much. So anyway, take it easy, have a good one. Hope you're well, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.